Well, good evening. Welcome to another video. This has been a bit of a weird one. I was going to try to surprise you guys by playing a little bit of Forza Horizon 5 in the background. That did not go well. Really didn't. So instead, I'm just going to record this. I wanted to just play Forza and then kind of say my thoughts over what I was doing. But unfortunately, with that not working and me not having any thoughts as a result, I have to think of something I did today, which is pretty much nothing. Excuse me. Tried to play some video games with friends. Nobody really got back to me. Called my dad for a little bit, but way later than we normally would. It's weird. I don't have any reason to do anything. I mean, I'm pudgy as all hell. I could have gone to the gym, but I don't want to. I should. I don't want to. It's hard to do things with no real motivation to do them. Things that you know you should do, but why bother, you know? It's a lot easier when you had other people. I remember my junior year, I weighed 170 pounds. I could do so much more than I could now. I mean, I'm in the Army and I'm 215 pounds. Ugh. I work out more now than I did then. I eat better now than I did then. Still, nothing. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Sorry if it's abrupt. Here we go. That's a little bit better. I don't know why I'm so far away from the camera. Just kind of scooted you guys over today. I don't know why you're so high up, too. You're giving me a lot of headroom there. Come here. Get down here, you. That's a little better. Now I think I'm a little crooked. Gracious. Come on now. Behave yourself. Oh, it still has the peelies on top. In fact, let me get the peelies off the lens. I'll bet this is going to look really weird for you. Huh? See? We got there. Get those two out of here. I guess you're officially unwrapped now, little camera guy. Gracious, I have nothing to talk about. I don't know what I'm going to make this video about. Jeez. I wasted today. Well, I won't say that. I did about 2 hours of research into some cars that I could buy when I get home, but that's not going to do me any good for at least a month. I don't know why I did that. So I guess I made a list. Found out my sister likes the 2011 Mustang GT better than any of the other cars on the list for some reason. She says that a BMW M3 has yee energy, but a Mustang doesn't. I don't know. It's really the only thing that happened today. I don't even know what I did. Gracious. Kind of makes me feel bad for the viewer when I don't do anything, you know? I just don't have any updates. I don't have 2 things to make a title out of. It's been 4 minutes, and to be honest, I kind of wasted your time. I got this rubber duck at a place called AIT in a place called Fort Meade, Maryland. It's my training for my current MOS in the Army, which is my job. And it's supposed to take 6 months. I was there for 10. A little bit longer, actually. I wasn't very good at at what they were teaching. I had no experience in it. I wasn't paying attention. So I got reset once for academic failure by, oh gosh, it was less than a point on a test. But I couldn't retake because they graded the test just before I left for what they called holiday block leave, when all the students get to go home for Christmas. I mean, I was grateful to go home for Christmas, but I wasn't grateful to hear that I would be at AIT for another month and a half. And then the next time I got held over was I got COVID in February, I think, maybe March. So I ended up spending 4 months there, longer than I should have. AIT was a really, really hard time. Some of the worst days of my life were in AIT. Darkest places I've ever been was at AIT. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but I can't really share that. I don't think it'd be respectful to the people involved. Although they weren't very respectful to me, and that's kind of the reason it was so bad. But this duck was given to me by someone named McNulty. That was his last name at my AIT. He was a good guy. This Pokeball, given to me by one of the best friends I made at AIT. He's a great guy. I think he was National Guard. I think he went back home, thank God. He even gave me the coin. That was from Wilson. Sorry, I made some noise there. This was from Wilson. I remember my favorite memory at AIT was me, Wilson, and a guy named Bowers, who's actually here in Korea, but I can't get a hold of the guy for some reason. Me, Wilson, and Bowers all gathered together and brought snacks into the barracks, which we totally weren't allowed to do. So what? And we watched some old Pokemon movies. And I was a total nerd for that stuff back in elementary school and a little bit of middle school, but I gave up on it. But it was so nice to just kind of think back to those old times where I made friends through Pokemon. That was the first thing that let me make friends. I have a lot to talk about, a lot to thank Pokemon as a franchise, I guess, for. Pretty much all of my friends that I had in elementary school, any kind of popularity I had. And just thinking back to how happy I was back when Pokemon was the most complicated thing in my life. It was really, really nice just hanging out in a room with those guys. We made tier lists of Pokemon, and that was just a ton of fun just to talk nerd stuff back and forth with them, and it was great. And when times got really, really hard, I got changed into a different room at one point with two guys. Their names were Deerfield and Fallon. Now everyone goes by their last name in the Army, so those are their last names. So I guess that's a little bit more privacy for them. But for some reason, everything that I've been going through at that point just randomly came out over the course of like 2 hours of talking to them. And it was the first time that someone had ever just stopped and listened to what I was going through. in my life. It was the first time anybody had ever stopped and done that for me. And both of them did. They just stopped whatever they were doing and sat down for hours and talked to me about it. And it was what got me through it. So if you're just slogging through some of the worst times of your life and you feel really alone and like you can't do anything right, just keep going. It's so hard to do that. You hear that from everyone, I'm sure, but you can make it. Because there will be people along the way to help you if you just accept them. If you just reach out to them in a couple of conversations. If you just be you around people and be okay with not being the cool kid. If you let down your guard and just talk to the people around you about what's wrong. That might be what gets you through the hardest times of your life. After all, when they say misery loves company, I don't think they mean misery loves to see more misery. I think that means misery needs people to help them out of that. Misery loves company, nice company, company who helps, not company who's also miserable. I think a lot of people read into that wrong. Well, there goes my lighting. Nah, you can barely tell. Yeah, that can be my message for today. I really didn't do anything. I'm sorry to be taking so much of your time here. I forgot I was so zoomed in. Hold on. There we go. Sorry to be taking up so much of your time here. I don't know why I've continued to upload, especially on days like this where I haven't done anything, but I guess it's the longest I've really stuck with something of my own doing. Normally I need a little assistance to get through something. But I mean, I've only been doing this about, 2 weeks, if that? But seriously, that is the longest I've stuck with something, so I'm going to stick with it anyway. So there's going to be days where these episodes are boring. It's going to be days where, I'll put this back. There's going to be days where I don't have anything to talk about. There's going to be days where I don't know if I'll be able to make a title, but I'm going to try to make a video. I don't even know if it's really for me. I don't know if it's for family. I don't know if it's for the viewer. I don't know who it's for. But it's going to be out there. So thank you for watching all the way on. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Until I'm getting tired. As a special reward for staying till the end, here's the first thing I've done almost. It's not creatively. It's not. In a while. So I took the spicy sriracha mustard tiny jar from yesterday and put little dum-dums in it because I've had these dum-dums in my drawer for forever, for little things to, occupy myself when I'm feeling hungry, but I know I shouldn't eat. Now they have a little place to stay. There you go. I did something weird today because I'm pretty sure I I didn't throw it away. I put back the small jar of Skippy peanut butter. So that's now away, being replaced by this. Okay. I'll end it there. I'm sure I can figure out some kind of title. I don't know what, but something tells me it will have to do with cars and doing nothing, which, if you haven't already noticed a pattern, has been a title of my video like 4 times now. But that's my life. It's not super interesting, especially when I'm in charge of it. But Thank you for sticking all the way to the end, like I said. Whatever time it is for you, I hope it's either a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Whatever applies, I just hope it's good. I'll see you in the next video, because there will be one, regardless of what happens. Short of me dying. Yeah, short of me dying. But I can't much help that, so you'll have to forgive me if that happens. I'll see you in the next video. Stay frosty. And stay near friends if you can help it.